Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anarchy Arena Podcast and a special episode in a new sub-format we're calling the Anarchy News Network, where we're going to take the news and absolutely make fun of it. And if you can't think of what's going on in the news that's worth making fun of, well, just look at the toilet paper aisle in your local grocery store. That's right, today we're going to talk about the coronavirus. Now, normally we record these episodes and it's 4 or 5 weeks out before it goes up. Not this time. This time we're getting it out to you as fast as humanly possible, so it's as pertinent as possible. This was a really funny conversation. We said a lot of poignant things too, and I encourage you to stay to the end because we talk about a very special program that you can get involved with to help fight the coronavirus. So stick to the end and look down in the show notes and the description, and you will see links to these specific apps, and we'll talk about them towards the end of the episode. So welcome to the very first edition of the Anarchy News Network. And now, coming to you live from the desolated, empty toilet paper aisle of your local grocery store. That's right, it's the Anarchy News Network, brought to you by the Anarchy Arena Podcast, trademark TM and all that other bullshit. Welcome back to the Anarchy Arena Podcast in a new sub-format that we are calling the Anarchy News Network, where we're going to take the news and we are going to obliterate it, destroy it, and make you laugh about it, because I think everybody could use a good fucking laugh right about now. And what is there to laugh about? Idiots in the toilet paper aisle.
Yeah, the Modelo virus.
Yep. Or in Tennessee's case, it would be the natural light virus, because we can't get good beer. So
Natty Light has never hurt anybody. I'm just going to put that out there.
Until
you never heard
now.
of a Natty Light virus, have you?
Look. At least it ain't that damn Budweiser virus, because they got overcharged for that virus.
And hey, those sons of bitches.
I told the guy at work, he was like, I don't want to get the corona. I was like, well, we already know the cure. You just drink a Heineken.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or what if White Claw is actually the cure of the coronavirus? Would y'all drink one?
I'll die.
You'll die?
I'll die. I'll sign up for dying.
Claws will save a life, dude.
Dude, you have to drink 5 claws. Matter of fact, it's not even like the good ones. It's the mango claw. You have to drink 5 of them.
I'll sign up for death right now.
In order to be completely inoculated from the coronavirus, you have to drink 5 White Claws.
Nope, I'll sign up for death right now.
See, I could drink
Hands
the blackberry ones. Blackberry one's the shit.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. But the mango ones? That one's tough. I'd probably do it just because I like living.
That's probably the only thing left on the shelves right now is fucking White Claw.
No.
Actually, White Claw sells out pretty quick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's wildly popular.
John's having his beer. I'm having my coronavirus cure, which is Jim Beam whiskey. I figure if I mix it with a little bit of hot sauce, that'll kill anything I've got going on in me.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what he said, but there's a guy at work that said you just got to keep your 5 J's. It's Jack, Jim, and whatever the other, Jose.
Jameson, Jose Cuervo.
And yeah, he was like, keep your 5 J's around and you'll be good. I was like, oh my God.
It's Jack,
Jim, Jose
Cuervo. You're right. So Jack, Jim, Jose, Johnny, and
Jameson. Yeah.
Jameson.
Like three of those are whiskey, so you're just like tripling up on your whiskey content right there. Hey, that's not a bad thing.
You can't catch a virus if you're fermented, my man.
That's very true. Very, very hard for a virus to survive in a pickled environment.
Exactly.
We've done extensive testing here at Anarchy Arena Labs.
By the way, we have not done extensive testing. Do not take this shit serious. If you take anything from this podcast serious, we need to have
this episode.
Yeah, we need to have a conversation.
Do not take this episode seriously. Please, God.
Please refer to your local CDC or WHO for official news.
Right. No, it's a good thing to ask, like, pay attention to the news. I know, fuck the news, but, like, you got to pay attention to it sometimes, especially in life and death situation like this.
Well, don't pay attention to TV news so much. Stick to the sources that are actually on top of the matter. If you want the legit shit. Other than that, though, yeah, coronavirus. I am literally in the heart of this shit, guys.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I was getting a little worried when we hadn't heard from you in about a week. I was thinking, oh, fuck.
Dude, that was
Billy
funny.
got that shitty Mexican beer virus. Oh,
yeah, so Chris
fuck.
texted me, and he was like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, I could have sworn my brain that I texted you back. Like, I remember. And then I went into my phone, and I was like, texting someone else. And then I saw your text, and I was like, damn, his message was there. I was like, I didn't reply. And I looked, and I was like, ah, shit, he think I'm dead. So I was like, I'm going to text this motherfucker back right now. That legitimately is what happened. I text you back. That's funny, though.
No, as soon as I heard it hit Washington bad, I was like, oh
my god. I was like, I would pick that state, dude. Like I
mean,
I can't catch a break.
The coronavirus numbers doubled within a day here in Tennessee, so that's just people that got tested.
And so far I'm lucky. It's not in my immediate workplace yet. And if when it does hit my immediate workplace, I already have protocol that I will be gone. Yeah, I will not go to work.
You'll be working from home, I assume.
There's no working from home.
Yeah, he would just be sitting at home collecting a paycheck for a couple of weeks, more than likely.
Boeing has its protocols, but no, I won't go to work. But so far, yeah, we've been safe, we've been good, and we are going to see what happens. So far, there are Boeing plants around us that are getting it. It has not hit my specific spot yet. So I am hoping that we stay good because this shit is kind of moving quickly, so to say, around here. And has turned, Seattle's a ghost town.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
Seattle's a fucking ghost town, dude. It's insane. It is shut down. Like completely shut down.
I know. I just found out earlier today that our county closed schools for this upcoming week at minimum.
Dude, okay, so
the schools here shut down for 6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, dude.
But yeah, because that's a petri dish of disease.
Kids
in public schools. Because everybody goes
kids,
there.
Period.
Yeah, kids too. But
teach them hygiene to the core. You know what I'm saying,
dude? Okay, so we all know Cousin Scott, right? I don't think I've talked about Cousin Scott on this show yet, but we all know Cousin Scott.
We all know Cousin Scott.
My cousin Scott is a chef, and he taught at a local high school. That's kind of like a side teaching gig. He taught home ec. They couldn't get past the first week curriculum because kids didn't know how to wash their fucking hands.
That doesn't surprise me, dude.
It's a little terrifying, though, isn't it?
Doesn't surprise me at all.
So, this is the shit that I'm talking about. When I'm saying, people are losing their fucking minds. Some of it's justified. Not all of it. Not even a majority of it's justified. Some of it's justified.
To an extent, I will agree with that. So I mentioned this before we got started, but I went to the grocery store today, which was not as dumb a decision as I thought it was, but oh boy, was it entertaining. I didn't even go down the toilet paper aisle because I didn't want to see it for myself, because I've seen the pictures. I get it. Everyone's out everywhere. I've seen the pictures. So I didn't bother going down that aisle. Gentlemen, there's no meat.
Yeah.
Everyone has bought up all of the meat except for the cuts that you don't use in fucking anything except for expensive ass hoity-toity shit or gross ass shit that no one really makes. That's all that's left. There was one tube of ground beef, and I'm sitting there thinking, are you fucking kidding me, people?
Well, you gotta think of it. First off, that's a stupid fucking thing. Do not buy meat if you're trying to prepare for survival mode.
Fun fact: meat goes bad
really quickly. No matter how much you freeze it, it will go bad really quickly. What you need is canned food.
No matter how much you freeze it, that's what everyone thinks.
Man, you can double freeze. You could even quadruple freeze that.
Shit, I got a meat freezer right in the back.
Vacuum freeze.
Yeah. Vacuum freeze. That gives you another month.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my meat and I'm going to give it to that good old boy, Mr. Elon. I'm going to have him send that shit up into space because it'll be safe in space.
Except it won't.
Actually, wait, that's not a terrible idea because...
No, it is a terrible idea because this shit
can't
doesn't
survive
work.
a vacuum of space. Do we know if coronavirus could survive the vacuum of space yet? Somebody find out. We need to know.
I mean, it's a bacteria, and of course it wouldn't be able to survive the vacuum of space.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's bioengineered by Trump, right? Because Trump sent it over there
somebody
to redeem his election. I couldn't even keep a straight face.
I got this conspiracy theory earlier today too.
I love all of them. They're all
someone
funny.
was saying, oh well, in order to reverse climate change, we got to kill off 300,000 people of at least the United States' population. Insert coronavirus.
Okay, here's the thing. That's all fine and fucking dandy, and we're not turning it into wars. We're not talking about the frogs
None of us
being
can
gay.
scream that loudly or that angrily.
I mean, I can, but I don't want to.
But you break my microphone.
Yeah, I don't want to. Here's the thing. It's pretty simple. The reason why this shit's spreading like it is. The whole world has lost its fucking mind and has decided that being prepared for a crisis is a tertiary fucking concern at best.
Yeah.
And I hate to break it to people. No, it's not. You know what should be a tertiary concern? Sending $1.5 trillion to go bail out Wall Street. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't even care what your politics are at that point. Are you telling me that bailing out Wall Street is going to solve the coronavirus?
No, but it'll make sure that the rich people stay safe in their compounds because they're what's important.
I want to make sure it's clear that it's not like 1.5 just in cash went over there. It's not how that works.
Yeah, I know.
But no, it's not quite as simple as that, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
We can spend that money.
I mean, there's already works for the student loan debt, and because a lot of people were like, well, like I love the tweets, right? Twitter's great. And people saying if work don't stop, then some of these bills need to stop. You know?
Well, why the fuck not? Italy did it. Italy suspended all mortgages and household bills for the next month. Italy
and I'm not saying anything like it shouldn't happen. It's funny the way people word it though. And we'll see. I think I don't think everything is gonna be able to be appeased. Because to be honest, I'm not sure how. We'll see. I don't think this is like the Spanish flu in 1918. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's like that. We'll see, though.
I think because right now it's beating SARS. So
SARS was able to stay relatively contained at the time.
That's the thing. This shit hasn't stayed contained. That's the reason why, like I said, there's a lot of people losing their fucking minds. 90% of it's stupid. 10%'s real. The 10% that's real is that yes, the fact is that the coronavirus is spreading as much as it is, and we only know as much as people have gotten tested for it.
Yeah,
we don't know exactly how many people have this
cases
thing.
There are. Yeah.
Well, and the scary part to me is you can go 4 days without knowing you have it.
Yeah,
you can go 4 days without showing a single symptom and have no fucking idea, and you're walking around and you're that asshole, but you don't even know you're that asshole. You have no idea.
It's the reason why I said no. We need to try to get out of politics, but this is the last thing I'm going to say about it. Congress needs to pass like some type of action that basically says everybody in America stays at home for 2 weeks. You stay at home for 2 weeks, you still get your full pay. There's not going to be pay docking, and this is how we're going to avoid the whole mortgage thing because it'll be like debt collectors ain't going to be like, no, I'm getting my fucking paycheck. Give people 2 free weeks of pay supported by the government, and then everybody can go back to work after that.
Yeah, you keep everyone isolated for 2 weeks. You get rid of all the cross-contamination and everything, and will there still be outlying cases? Of course. But it'll kill off the majority of the bullshit going around.
That's how you stop a plague. That's how the fucking Black Plague stopped.
Yeah.
It was people were basically told, stay in your fucking house for like 30 days. And then it kind of just started going away. I'm not saying, obviously, again, I'm not saying the coronavirus is the Black Plague. It's nowhere near that bad. Black Plague didn't take 4 days for symptoms to show up. It pretty much was instantaneous.
Yeah. It was, oh, bloody hell. I think I'm sick.
Yeah, basically. Like, oh, my tongue got swollen.
For any of our listeners in the UK, I apologize for that shitty accent.
You should.
I sincerely apologize for that shitty accent. I was unprepared. I didn't have time to muster that accent properly, so I apologize for my shitty British accent.
But yeah. Okay, let's talk about like some of the stupid shit people are buying.
Oh, did I tell you the good one I heard earlier?
Okay, what's this?
So I'm walking around Walmart. I was picking up a gift for a friend who's in the hospital, not with coronavirus, for the record.
She's got that Modelo virus, right?
I was picking up a gift for a friend in the hospital, and I shit you not, this is the exact words I heard this woman turn and say to her grown-ass adult daughter in this exact tone of voice. I'm going to get this accent right. Baby, it'll be all right. If worst comes to worst, we can buy up these here party napkins and wipe our ass with that.
Oh,
This is true.
I shit you not. That was exactly what I heard.
Also,
it took everything I had to stop from falling on the ground laughing.
Welcome to Tennessee. One thing I think a lot of people aren't talking about. Where's this discussion about bidets? Think about it. It is the most hygienic way to wipe your ass.
It's true. You never have to touch your butthole.
Exactly. It's just water. It goes right up your booty hole. Apparently, it feels great from all accounts. I don't know for a fact if that's a case. I have not yet experienced a bidet, but I've heard from all accounts it feels amazing. Billy, can you confirm? You're like the sole like upper class person here. All right, cool.
Cool. Yeah, good talk. Thanks for filling us in on what a bidet's like.
Anyways,
yeah. Sorry, I had a little issue. Okay, bidet. So, yeah, I have stories about bidets.
Dude, they're great, aren't they? Like, I've heard great things about them.
They're pleasant. They're a guilty pleasure.
Your tone of voice when you said that has me a little concerned.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That was it.
I almost just spit out my coronavirus medicine, aka Jim Beam.
There's this one, a friend of a family and a friend of our family. Anyway, and they had one that was so nice. It had like 5 settings of power.
Wait. I'm gonna pause you right there. Why do you need 5 different power settings for water going up your asshole?
Chris, you don't have a shower head that has settings.
I mean, it does, but it's a pain in the ass. But
okay. Now imagine that on your booty hole. Like sometimes, like a little like sprinkle isn't going to do the justice. You just had like Taco Bell. You ate the 5-bean burrito.
You need that fire hose power, right?
Yeah, exactly. You need that. Like, no, we need to get everything off this right now, so you get the little oscillating one.
Where was the bidet during the Chipotle crisis of 2010 when we were all going nuts over Chipotle?
I wasn't. Y'all were being fucking idiots.
I've been seeing a lot of shit about bidets and shit. It cracks me up because, man, that is the solution. No toilet paper required, especially with the 5th setting on that one. I mean, dude, I think I levitated off the bowl a little bit.
Oh God, yes.
I'm not kidding.
Billy, honey, we're a little concerned. You're spending so much time in the bathroom. Is there something you want? No, nothing I want to tell you. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine here.
You okay? We keep hearing moaning noises come out of the bathroom.
I'm okay, Mom. Jeez.
I'm okay.
Oh man.
And that's when Billy found out he liked anal play.
Oh my God.
Well, John and I even said earlier we thought this one was going to go off the rails pretty quick, and we said fuck the rails, fuck the paved road. I think we're on gravel at this point.
Pretty much. But yeah, why is everyone going fucking crazy for toilet paper and bottled water? First off,
this disease does not even make you shit yourself.
Exactly. Secondly, bottled water. I don't have to tell you two because you actually like science.
Because we have brain cells.
Exactly.
Okay.
What bottled water is basically buying like 24 petri dishes of all the bacteria you could possibly fucking have. Like if you buy bottled water and it's not like purified, if it's spring water or some bullshit like that, you're like whatever that spring has in it, you have it now. And granted, coronavirus doesn't spread through fucking water because the CDC and the World Health Organization have both told us that has stopped. So that was never a fucking thing. So here's my fucking problem. Why the fuck is everyone doing this shit? It makes no fucking sense to me.
It's just and it's crazy because talking to my parents in Florida, you know when hurricanes hit, right? All the water and bread. It's water and bread. Those are the first thing people remove. It's gone if there's a hurricane coming. That's the freak out.
So Florida man wants water sandwiches and Tennesseans want milk sandwiches. Got it. Okay, cool.
I was talking to my parents today, and they said this is like 10 times worse because not only is the water and the bread gone, but the toilet paper, the paper towels, and what else was there that was gone? It was the paper plates and the plastic silverware. That was all gone. It's like sold out in all of like North Florida. Like it's insane.
Fucking why? Your dishwasher's not going to stop working?
Because people have been told to fucking freak out. And it's and this is the reason why I was excited to do this episode, because I kind of want to have something out there that's going, yes, you need to be prepared, but if you're just getting prepared right now for like shit to go down, I hate to break it to you.
It's too late.
It's too late. Like
also, if you need 800 rolls of toilet paper, yeah. If you need 800 rolls of toilet paper for a month, then you need to see a medical doctor.
Yeah.
And not for the coronavirus. You have irritable bowel syndrome. Irritable bowel syndrome. Words are hard, ladies and gentlemen. And you need medication.
I just, people need to be able to, at the minimum, be able to self-sustain wherever it is you live, house, apartment, whatever, for 14 days. Minimum.
Right.
Minimum of 14 days. As long as you can do that, you're good.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're thinking 18 months. Because that's not what we're doing right now.
This is why...
Because this is the end of days, y'all.
No, it is fucking not. You fucking idiot.
This is the end of days. It is coming. I tell you, the end of days is coming.
Yeah, I agree with that, because Walt Disney World shut down, and the Walt Disney World only shuts down when the world's over.
Dude,
see, that's the point exactly.
Walt Disney World shut down, NBA shut down, NHL shut
all
down,
the sports, yeah,
XFL shut down,
E3 shut down.
To be honest, though, I think that's smart on their part.
It is. It absolutely is.
Why risk it? Why Why do that to people? And he already got NBA players with the damn thing, so like stop. Yeah, cool. Suspend. I mean, NBA technically is only suspended for 30 days. It's not technically completely shut down for the rest of the season or whatever. It's smart. Why risk
it's 30 days, and it's 30 days until we find out what's actually going on. Yeah. I agree with that. I think it makes a lot of fucking sense to just go, look, guys, you don't have to go out in public for 15 fucking days if you don't want to. Cool. I'm 100% with that. But like, everyone who's buying, and especially if you're this asshole that's buying toilet paper and hand sanitizer and bottled water and then sell it to people for like a 200% markup.
Oh, dude, that is insane.
Oh, then those people are the same people that going, price gouging's not fair. Those are the same people that are saying that.
Well, and here's the fucking thing. You, as far as karma goes, are so shitty that I hope you catch the coronavirus. If this is what you're doing, I actually hope you catch like fucking coronavirus mixed with H1N1. That's what I hope happens to you. I know that makes it sound harsh, but here's the fucking thing. You are basically depriving people of any fucking option of getting these things so you can make a profit. It's capitalism at its fucking worst, in my opinion.
Coronavirus mixed with H1N1. Is that the IPA version of coronavirus?
Oh, dude, it's like it's super flu. You're gonna see like Randall Flagg, and you're gonna start talking to Captain Trips. Which, by the way, Stephen King has confirmed that the coronavirus is not, in fact, the super flu or Captain Trips.
It's also not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
I gotta say though, man, like the world is crazy right now because swine flu, SARS, Ebola,
bird flu.
None of this shit happened, bruh. None of this shit happened, and we never did any of this. And I'm kind of, there's a part of me that's like, I think we're doing it right. I mean, I think the accusations of taking too long may be fair, but at least we doing something. Like, at least we trying. Like, I'm actually kind of proud of the U.S. I think the U.S. did a really good job with this. I think as a whole, as a country, whenever it comes to big problems where we have to react to something, it takes fucking forever for us to ever do anything. But we kind of acted on this one pretty fucking quick.
Except the fact that Donald Trump knew about this shit heading into as early as January and did nothing about it because it would affect his re-election numbers.
It's
if you didn't know our political standings beforehand, you certainly know them now.
Because I don't disagree. Yeah. But we're gonna leave that alone. I mean, but Trump started the whole thing, so it's okay. I just love that one, dude. I can't get enough. As much as I hate Trump, there's some things that are just like really.
Even I can't blame him for this one as much as I would like to.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just like, come on.
He doesn't have the brain power enough to concoct a pandemic level virus, everybody, okay?
One of my favorite ones, though.
Blame Donald Trump for the shit he did, not for like the shit he hasn't done. Trust me, there's enough.
One of my favorite ones. One of my favorite ones I heard was China was bioengineering this in a secret lab, and it was on a pangolin, and the pangolin escaped the lab, and then the doctor that tried to leak it, they hushed him and said, "Don't tell anyone." But the pangolin ran around and gave it to everybody. That one has me weak because that shit is kind of funny. And I just imagine this poor little pangolin just running around, just like, here, coronavirus, take it.
Like this guy driving around on pangolin, like fucking singing Chinese songs has been passed down to this entire fucking family, just handing out fucking plague. Like,
I don't know. That one was really funny to me. I really like that one. And if that theory ends up proving true, then fuck me, I guess, for laughing at it. But
right. Would you like your coronavirus with Amazon Prime? We can get it to you with free 2-day shipping.
Perfect. That's actually what I want. Like,
well, and some people are taking it well, because I was eating out with the boys on Friday, whatever. Anyway, there's this restaurant that's on our Boeing campus that has been there as long as Boeing has. It's really old and it's awesome. They're really cool people. And every Friday we go, and there's this old guy. He was sitting at the bar. We just overheard it. He was like, "Yeah, I want this cheeseburger, and add some of the extra Corona tomato on top." What? And it was funny. So it's like an old diner style, right? So you can see the cook, through the window, like it's a big open window, and they just hang the thing and ding the bell, and so you hear the waitress go, "Yeah, he wants the cheeseburger," and he said, "Throw some extra Corona tomato," and the chef just goes, "Okay, I'll get that right up."
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe it with my ass real quick.
It was funny, right? Yeah. So some people are at least having fun with it, but the whole thing's kind of funny.
I work in retail, and yesterday I took today off because I was kind of sniffling and coughing and shit, and I just didn't want to fucking hear it. But yesterday, every time I coughed or sneezed, I was like, "Don't worry, it's just sinuses." Like, I promise you, I haven't had body aches or a fever. And people were just
it's like people have forgot that you can actually get sick without it being Corona, because no shit, 3 or 4 days ago we had a dude at work. He had a fever and he left work early. He was sick. I mean, not gonna say I'm not sitting there saying shit because of what's going on. The next day, though, he has bronchitis. He doesn't have Corona. He has bronchitis. It's not like it doesn't, just because you get sick doesn't mean you have the Corona. You can still get sick in other ways.
Yeah. Let's take a second to remind everybody that this is happening during fucking flu season.
Right.
You could just as easily have the plain old run-of-the-mill, it sucks to have it flu, and not the damned coronavirus, okay? So don't freak out at the first little sniffle. Guess what?
The flu can be deadly, too, if you don't take care of it.
It absolutely can. I'm just saying, at the first little sniffle, you don't have coronavirus. Do not freak out.
And just because someone coughs or sneezes near you doesn't mean that they have it either.
Yeah, you might smoke a cigarette.
Right. But it's like I coughed once, and this little lady is like, "Oh my Lord, I can't deal with you right now." And I'm like, it's just sinuses. My whole community was cutting grass and shit, and when people cut grass, I get like really bad allergies to it. And she's like, I can't deal with that. I can't. And she just walked out. And I was like, all right, whatever gets you the fuck out of here.
I got one better for you. We got a guy at work who's super fucking paranoid about this shit. Like, ridiculously paranoid. So one of my boys at work decided to screw with him. Went up to the front office and got one of those like construction style breather masks, right? Mm-hmm. And walked to the back and was talking to the guy working next to him, asking him how his doctor's, how's your doctor's appointment? How's your doctor's appointment go? This dude started losing his fucking mind, screaming about how we need to institute a 3-foot rule at work and keep everybody the fuck away from each other, and how he can't deal, and he's got bills to pay, and he's got all this shit. He can't deal with not getting no damn coronavirus. There needs to be a fucking 3-foot rule involved.
He does know that sneezes and coughs can go upwards of like 500 feet, right?
I think he also forgot the fact that some of our parts come from China.
Right. So
and Mexico and lots of other places over the world.
Yeah, so here's the fun bit. You ready for the fun bit? Everybody, I understand that right now is a scary fucking time. But wash your fucking hands. And I feel like this shouldn't have been said in the first fucking place, because I figure that's just what people do, is wash their hands. I wash my hands all the fucking time. That's because I worked in the food industry for fucking ever. And it doesn't bother me. It's not that big of a deal. 20 seconds, you can literally see your ABCs while fucking doing it with soap and water.
It blows my mind, too. Like, when you use the restroom, you wash your hands before you leave the facility. Right. Why is that a rare thing? Or why does that have to be said?
Because people are dirtbags.
Yeah, people are fucking nasty.
Yeah, and it's insane.
So wash your hands, and if you sneeze, don't do the handcuff shit, or sneeze or cough. Don't do the handcuff shit. Dab on them germs and get rid of them.
And put it in the crook of your arm and be done with it.
Yeah, the easiest way to remember it, dab. Every time you feel like you're about to sneeze or cough, dab. You know what? If you just feel like dabbing, dab. You know, bring it back. Because that's what's going to save us, is the dab.
Dab it on them Corona hose.
Dab on them Corona hose.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I refuse to say it.
Do it for the podcast.
I'm not going to do it for the podcast.
Do it for the podcast.
I'm not going to do it for the podcast.
Do it for the podcast.
I'm not going to do it for the podcast,
do it for the
Granddad.
podcast.
If chat was here, chat would tell you to do it for the podcast.
I know they would.
As the person who streams out of the three of us, I demand. I represent the chat. What do you need to say?
I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
It's not going to happen.
Do it.
No, I won't do it.
Pussy.
It's not going to happen.
All right, fine. Man. See, Chris is the stick in the mud of the fucking group. I just don't want to let everyone know. He's the old curmudgeon who doesn't want to have fun. Curmudgeon. me and Billy bring the youth, and you bring the old man to the fucking show.
You've heard the noises my body makes getting up off the goddamn couch.
What? What'd you say to me?
I said you've heard the noises my body makes getting off the goddamn couch.
Bro, we all make those fucking noises. We all 30. We all get to a point where we're getting off the couch like, son of a bitch, goddamn it.
Oh, yeah,
my back.
Oh, yeah, I'm up. Okay.
Woo-hoo. My back goes off like a Browning automatic rifle. Just.
Bruh, have you hurt my fucking knees when I stand up? Dude, my knees and my fucking ankle every time I get up. Pop like that.
Like fucking Rice Krispie treats in this house.
But
that's the Rice Krispie treat ass house. What the fuck? God damn.
It's all about who you know in Hollywood, man, and I know Crackle.
That was good. That was good. Oh shit!
Thank you, Mitch Hedberg, for that one.
That was good.
But no, like, I hate to say it like this, but everyone needs to just chill out. Just a little bit. And if we do go into a fucking quarantine, do what fucking Italy has done. Have you seen the videos of this shit on Twitter of Italy? And
there's
the
one
fact they're praising their healthcare workers.
No, not that.
No. One I really like. So they're secluded to they're confined to their living quarters. And yes. I love this one though because it all like shit in hard times opens up the most creative and insane shit. Well, there's this apartment complex where the buildings are close together and they all have balconies, and there's a DJ, and the DJ moves his set out to the balcony, and then all the rooms all sit on their balcony with their chairs, and he puts on a fucking DJ show. He's got his lights shooting out, and you know what I'm saying? He's got his speakers blaring, and they have a fucking like little rave independently in all of their living quarters. But still, I was just like, see, that shit's tight. That's people coming together and creating the best thing out of the worst possible scenario. And you guys, that is it, and that is my shit. When I saw that video, I was like, "See, that's awesome," and I love that. That's good shit.
Yeah.
You know, your wife's suggestion was. She said that if we have to go on household quarantine, that she wants to cut a hole in the wall between us and the neighbors so we can pass groceries back and forth. Like, hey, you got butter?
You got
we're out of butter. Can I have some butter? It's like you realize that cutting a hole in the wall kind of defeats the purpose. She said details.
Well, that's the reason why we have the fence outside. You can just toss shit over.
We can just sling it out back between the two windows.
Maybe not eggs. Eggs you need to be a little more careful with. But other shit, yeah, it's easy.
What we need to do is we need to train the dogs to pass groceries back and forth.
Are you sure you want to teach Harvey to jump the fence?
He didn't need to be taught. He learned that all on his own.
Well, now he doesn't have a dog house because of that. But
That's true.
Do you want him to learn how to do it without any help?
Not really.
Okay,
no.
then.
But you know where he'd end up if he did get out?
He
Same
would
place
end
he
up
always
in
end up.
Ollie's.
Yeah, he'd end up next door. Seriously, people, my dog is like best friends with my neighbor. The 2 times he has jumped out of the back gate, he has ran around and sat on her front porch. Not mine, hers.
Yeah. I think it's because he gets confused because he's a little bit dumb.
A little bit.
Like he's let's put it this way.
Yeah, but he ain't Mikey dumb.
Exactly.
No, he's not Mikey dumb. Sweetest boy in the world, would not hurt a hair on your head, but he's about 8 crayons short of a full box.
You talking about Mikey or fucking Harvey?
No, Harvey's or
okay,
Mikey was about half a box short of short of crayons.
Would attack people.
Yes.
But no, I love Harvey to death. Me and him hung out all day today. It was the best. It was the best way to spend a sick day. Just sit around with a fuck dog, wrestle with him on the ground. It was the best. But
dogs can't get the corona.
Exactly.
Cats can though. Just so you know, cats can catch coronavirus because they have the same respiratory problems we do. But dogs can't. So
cats are kinds of fucked up though.
They are, but that's okay. That's the best part about owning a cat or being owned by a cat. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, let's be honest here. You don't own the cat owns you.
Yeah, is they have tiny little personalities. Dogs do too, but see, the thing is that dogs are just kind of like they're your little children. Cats are kind of like your middle school to high school children. Like
throw the ball,
grumpy and emo all the time.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in this corner. How you ain't throwing the ball?
I'm gonna make loud noises until you pay attention to me. But I'm gonna do it subtly and not looking at you while totally looking at you.
Roll over on the ground. Look how cute I am, Heavy. Look how cute I am, Heavy. Come on.
Cats, you're there and be like, hey guys, I'm home. They're like, okay.
Cool.
Put food in my bowl, bitch.
Yeah. Dish. Put food in dish right now.
Walks up on your desk and knocks your shit off. That's for not paying attention to me, motherfucker.
You haven't done laundry yet. Here's your dirty clothes. I'm not going in that room. I don't know that they actually do that, but they're crazy.
No. If their shit box is a little bit too full for their liking, they will let you know.
Well, they don't use it.
But yeah, they'll just shit like right in front of it. Like,
okay, human, you get it here.
Yeah. You know, if I had some fucking dirt to put on this, I would probably put it on there. But because I don't.
Meanwhile, Harvey will just sit out back and watch the rainfall and go, oh no, I guess I can't poop right now. There's water falling from the sky. I can't poop. Oh no, what do I do? I'm just going to sit here and whine at the back door, but I can't go outside because it's raining. What do I do? What do I do, George?
Well, and
no one's going to get that reference.
But also, Harvey also really smart with like stupid shit. Like,
yeah, I think my dog is an idiot savant, to be perfectly honest.
Like your dog doesn't understand basic things, but when it comes to complex tasks, he kind of gets them.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's like Harvey has learned how to respond to my snaps. Anyways, this is about coronavirus, not about your fucking dog.
We said it was going to go off the rails.
Yeah,
hey, this is also a side effect of the fact that we don't get to talk together very often.
No.
Okay. All right. So let's bring it back to damn Modelo virus. Here's the scenario, boys.
Actually, hold on. I got a report from ANN.
This just in from the Anarchy News Network.
Yeah. Okay. It has apparently graduated to Dos Equis virus.
So it tastes slightly better.
It does give you the black shits now. So people who bought toilet paper before, great foresight. Good job.
Good job on your part.
Yeah, you get tar poopies.
I got the tar poops. And the meat sweats. Oh God!
They can't have the meat sweats. There's no meat.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so here's the scenario. We find out that we are in fact getting a federally mandated 2-week quarantine. What's the top 5 things on your shopping list? You have 2 days to buy everything you need before the country goes on lockdown. Top 5 things on your shopping list. Billy, let's go to you first.
Top 5 things on the shopping list. Oh man, you put me on the spot. Okay, ramen.
Okay.
Canned food. I'll just do canned foods. I'm not gonna go into specific, like soup and stuff like that, right? And then oh shit, man, I don't know. I don't know. That would be those would be the bigs. And then maybe shit, maybe like I don't know, like my top 5. Maybe some frozen foods, some frozen little TV dinner deals just to have a little bit of pleasure. And then I think I'm good though. Like I'm good right now. Like I'm good. I can last 14 days with what I got in the house right now. You know what I'm saying? So, like I'm pretty good.
I can tell you right now. I'm going to give John and I 2 right now out of our 5. Out of our top 5, the first 2 on that list are booze and nicotine, because we are not surviving, the 3 of us stuck in this house together for 2 weeks without booze and nicotine. It's just not happening.
Just not all 3 of us.
Some of us would survive, just not all of us. Exactly.
I'm in a different scenario where it's just me, myself, and I. And so my situation's if I had to live with someone, cigarettes, marijuana.
That's number 1 on my list.
all right. So
if you had 2 weeks off that was guilt free, tell me you wouldn't.
If I had like a wifey or something, I don't know, like a little youngin and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, marijuana.
All right. So booze, nicotine, pot. John, what's your other 2?
Canned food and I would say stuff that doesn't go bad quickly. So like pasta,
that's what I was getting at. That's why I said ramen, because I'm gonna have water. My water isn't getting cut off. Now if you cut off water and electricity, now we going after different things.
Well, here's not a pro tip for you guys. If that shit does happen, if your electricity goes off, fill all your bathtubs with water, and just draw from that as long as you can.
And see, at that point, then I would be buying gallons of water, right? Like if that was a thing, then I would be buying water because I would need it for.
Yes,
but yeah,
you could also, ladies and gentlemen, collect rainwater and then boil it on a fire in your backyard. Very simple to do. Everyone's got cardboard boxes laying around. You can throw up in flame.
There's got to be a YouTube video on that.
Everyone's got tarp. Like, everyone's got some form of fucking tarp.
Tarp or a bucket or, someone with a really big mouth. I mean...
Well, you're not using me, Chris.
I wasn't looking at you. Are you self-conscious about something, John?
He was looking at me.
And, I mean, if it did get to the all-dark scenario, I mean, candles, would obviously be there, and then the means to light them. And some people might even go after generators. I can't really do that in the apartment because the generator's not going to do anything. But if you have a house, you could go after a generator,
Mm-hmm.
But we're not there yet. I don't think we're going to get to blackout.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get to that point, but I do think a lot of people are going to get sick. And I think, sadly, a lot more people are going to die from this.
Yeah. And it's gonna be those people that are going to be most heavily affected. You've got the young who are susceptible to more diseases. And you've got the elderly or the already predisposed, decompensated people who naturally have weaker immune systems. Those are the people who should be buying things in bulk and staying in their house. Those are the people who should be taking extra precautions. If you're old, stay the fuck home. If you get sick a lot, stay the fuck home. If you're a kid, guess what? They already canceled all the fucking schools, so guess what? Your ass is staying home.
Yeah, play Call of Duty Warfare.
Which you can do now because most internet companies have removed data caps. I know Comcast removed data caps for the next 60 days.
Man, porn's good. Hey, yay, we did it. We got to porn on this episode.
Finally, it only took 45 minutes.
The removing of data caps is a part of what I'm saying, like the US coming together. Like Discord, I would assume everyone that listens to this knows what Discord is, but it's amazing how many people don't know what it is. It's a way to chat and communicate. And so they upped their total amount of people for non-paying members of Discord to 50 people for conferences and stuff like that. Now, removing the data cap allows companies and people and stuff like that to be able to hold work from home conferences without the risk of paying more money. That's the shit I'm talking about, where I'm really surprised how the country has done things that is cool, and that's really good.
In some respects, you're absolutely 100% right. Some private companies are doing the right thing. Absolutely.
Right. Some of them are not.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying there are things that have happened that impress me.
Yeah. The thing that I love about my work, and I know that's weird coming from me, I actually saw an email from the CEO that basically said if the government does a mandated shutdown, everyone will get paid fully for what you would normally work. Average work hours are per week. It won't affect your PTO, it won't affect anything like that. You're just going to get paid to stay home.
Yep.
Which I'm like, that's fucking perfect. That's the way it should be.
Yep, that's good.
Because I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I get it. Retail places usually stay open later than others and stay open longer than others. But that is second to school, and maybe third. So schools, hospitals, and fucking big box stores like that. That's where germs go to multiply. And while
concentrated areas for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like especially
retail,
a hospital.
And like I went grocery shopping today, and I was terrified. And it's not terrified in the way of I'm gonna die, but like terrified just because I'm going into a building where hundreds of people come and go constantly. Yeah, and I just don't know any of these motherfuckers. And I didn't go to Target or Walmart. I avoided those two. I actually drove to Target, and it was fucking insane. You had to wait in line to get into the parking lot. I said hell nah and left. And then I didn't even go to the fucking Walmart. I said fuck that, because that's got to be even worse. So then I went actually to a local little international mart here. It's SARS. You know what? I'll throw them recognition. You guys are the shit. It's really close to my apartment.
Wait. SARS is the name of the market?
SAARS. Yes. SARS. It
wow.
Is.
Wow. That is on brand.
I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it before I said it. But
is it an Asian market?
It's more Middle Eastern and Hispanic.
Okay.
Mart.
That's
it's
a
both
weird
of those.
Mix. That's a weird fucking mix.
Well, if you knew where I lived, you would understand. But anyway, yeah, it's but it's awesome. It's a really cool mart. They're really good. Like the one side is the Americanized traditional, and then on the other side, slowly split down the fucking middle. You have the international mart, and I love the international mart because I go over there because they have shawarma and stuff that I love. And but I was able to actually go there, and it was busier than normal, but not insane. And I felt like I picked if I had to pick a poison, that was the better poison. And they actually had I went down to toilet paper aisle. They actually had toilet paper, but only one brand, and it was 6 packs, and that was it. And yes, I bought one because I'm a single man again, and I had to buy one because fuck, I already know I have enough toilet paper, but if people are gonna make this a crisis, I'm gonna make sure I have fucking plenty of it. Jesus Christ. So
no, that's a fair fucking stance.
Yeah, I just had to buy it. I was like, fuck it, it's here. I'm gonna buy it because if I do fucking need it and I can't get it, I don't want to end up there. So I ended up getting some and overpaying, but
of course.
But and I got my shit and I left, and I was able to get in and out pretty quickly, and I think everyone was really good. But see, here's one thing I'm seeing, and this is where people don't pay the fuck attention. I see people walking around with the little paper masks over their face, and they have said repeatedly from the CDC themselves that the masks do not stop the coronavirus spread. You can look like an idiot and wear one if you want to. It literally does nothing for you.
Exactly.
You might as well not fucking wear one.
And those masks need to be reserved for people who need them, like healthcare workers and the elderly.
And even the expense. They basically said you have to have like a M50, M80 fucking gas mask in order to stop it. Even the higher prolific flu masks that are like the black plastic with the carbon filter, even those don't fucking stop it. If you're breathing the air of the shit, you're gonna get it.
Exactly.
Right, so everybody out there who's listening to this on their PC, if your PC has a front mesh filter, cut a hole in the tempered glass side panel, stick your head through it, and that filtered mesh will help you out just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's more effective than buying a fucking paper mask.
And also, if you have a paper mask, which, by the way, we've already discussed is stupid, don't just throw it where the fuck you want and not in the trash or just throw it away because you just went outside for like 30 minutes. No, keep that shit on you. Like, they're not disposable. It's not like fucking like Kleenexes. You don't just like use it and then fucking toss to some bitch. You put it on your fucking face. You keep it around you. Yes, granted, there's gonna be a time where you need to throw that some bitch away, but don't throw it away just because you went outside to go fucking shopping for Cheetos.
Also, don't go shopping for Cheetos.
I mean,
you don't need Cheetos right now.
You gotta think about it. High carbs, high sugar.
I mean,
it's actually not that bad.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you're looking for a little snacky poo while you're clogged up, I mean, Cheetos might be an option.
Yeah, get a huge fucking like barrel size, not like the actual barrel size, but like
the huge thing of generic cheese puffs.
Yeah, and there you go. You got snacks. This ain't time to hold a diet.
Yeah, this ain't a time to hold a diet. That's right. Damn sure.
Okay. There's one group I do need to talk to right now, and I need them to listen very carefully. People who are in relatively new relationships living together, newlyweds, and people who don't want to have children. For the love of God, on your shit hit the fan list, please buy fucking rubbers or the pill or diaphragms or hell, dudes, they're putting it out now, the male birth control pill. Somebody get on that shit because we don't need an ass ton of babies popping out in 9 fucking months. Okay,
dude, there's gonna be so many babies in 9 months.
So many fucking babies in 9 months if we get stuck in our houses for 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. That whole conspiracy theory of killing off 300,000 people worth of the population, that shit's out the fucking window because everyone's gonna be fucking. Because after you've played all your games, drank all your booze, and eaten all your food, what's there left to do? Fuck. So for the love of God, buy condoms.
Also, no, it's reproduction period.
Yeah,
this is where the baby boomer version 2.
That's my problem because most of these people are the people who should not be reproducing.
Oh, dude,
you know who you are, and I'm talking
to
you. You know exactly who you are. You should not be reproducing. For the love of God,
buy practicing eugenics up in this bitch right now?
I'm not euthanizing, and I'm not sterilizing. I'm just saying buy fucking rubbers. Buy rubbers.
The babies that are the most elite. Yes,
buy rubbers.
Yeah,
buy rubbers.
Also,
buy rubbers.
Yeah. Also, if you're hooking up with someone, gauge what their food and preparedness levels are. Because if you get stuck in a fucking, if you get stuck in a hookups place because we're in a fucking lockdown, maybe I would suggest not doing it with a single guy. Let's be real here. Single guys don't keep food for anything.
He's got toast and rubbers, and that's it. He's got half of the equation. The other half he's fucked on.
Yeah, exactly. So,
ladies, don't go trolling Tinder for some new dick. Now is not the right time for that.
Well, maybe it is. You might get the primo. But and the other thing is teach your kids how to fucking wash their hands and how to cough into their shoulders. I can't tell you how many times I see a kid.
Hard. Elbow.
Either or.
Your shoulder too.
Either or.
Yeah,
cough in your shoulder. Just turn your head.
It's a stretch.
Yeah, just turn your head and then.
But you said dab on them haters.
That's also part. You can also dab. So long as you're not sneezing directly on the fucking touchy parts of your hand, you're good.
Touchy parts of your. I love it.
The touchy parts of your hand. Yeah. That was super scientific.
It's like I said the other night.
Oh,
that's the new technical terminology from Anarchy Arena Labs.
If you're listening to this right now, look at your hands right now. See, notice how you have the back and front of your fucking hands. Think about how much shit the front of your hands touch versus the back of your hands. That's the touchy part of your fucking hands. Don't rub anything with the touchy part of your fucking hands. Use your forearm, use your knuckles, use the back of your fucking hand to do scratches. It's simple shit that people should know, but because we don't, and we don't enforce these fucking rules, because we haven't really had a crisis in 40 years like this, nobody knows what to fucking do. Nobody knows. They're just oh shit, we just gotta lose our fucking minds.
And if you have shit and your neighbor don't have shit and you really don't need it as bad as you thought you did, guess what? Give some shit to your neighbor who didn't have a chance to get out and get what they needed. Don't hoard the shit. Don't be that asshole. Help a brother out, man.
Because I'll tell you what's gonna happen if you're a hoarder, and it gets really bad.
You're gonna get looted.
Yeah, Billy, how many times have you seen in a hurricane where somebody who has a lot of shit is set up really nicely versus some of these poor motherfuckers that didn't have it? How many times you see them go to their fucking house and take their shit? All the fucking time.
So, looting becomes a problem in times like these. And I would like to ask the people to not pull a Katrina and just start fucking breaking in everywhere and taking everything. On that note, though, semi-joke, a guy at work, he's a big gun guy, right? Collects them, got so many guns. Anyway, and so we were talking about the toilet paper thing. He's kind of over me, so he's, kind of a boss in a sense. But I was just shooting the shit and talking to him. I was like, "What do you think about toilet paper?" And he goes, "Well, I'll let all the people take the toilet paper. I ain't going to go out and risk it because, hell, when I need it, I'll just point a gun at them and take it.
That sounds like a responsible gun owner if I've ever heard one.
And also not the mentality
serious,
I'd expect
for
from the
record.
upper Northwest.
I know.
I'd expect that mentality down here, not up there.
He wasn't serious. It was all in joking means. But
Rednecks
it's
are
the
everywhere,
same
man.
thing. People will act like that, though, and act on it, and it's ridiculous. Stop. Like, think about what you're doing.
But at the same fucking time, I 100% get it. You're desperate as fuck. You need to feed your kid. This motherfucker over here's got 3 pallets of ramen. Guess what? He about to have 2 pallets of ramen.
Yeah,
Shit, pallet and a half.
I was sitting with one of my other managers, and it was 3 of us, and the guy we were sitting side by side, and the guy in the middle looks at the guy on the left and says, "So, do you think the world, everyone's gonna die?" And he looks at him and he goes, "I don't really get it. I don't really understand why people think they can survive off eating toilet paper for the rest of their lives."
Dude, maybe that's why they're doing this.
You know what it is? Everyone's watched My Strange Addiction. Everyone's watched that one episode of My Strange Addiction and goes, "That's my survival plan right there. Is that woman? She's got it on lockdown. That is my survival plan."
And she's like
Charmin
600
2-ply
pounds.
is breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, and she's like 600 pounds. Hell, I could get a carbo load like that and not eat it for like 2 weeks.
You just go into hibernation like a bear.
Yeah.
Butt plug engaged.
There we go. See, that's how they're gonna do it. It's the toilet paper. They're eating it to build the butt plug, so they can go to hibernation once we go into the fuck.
I get it now. It makes total sense now. All right, buy up all the toilet paper you want, folks.
Exactly. But yeah, to me, it just screams like panicky bullshit. And I realized the other day when I was at work, I was like, man, human beings are still panicky little creatures.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We like to pretend we like to pretend that we're evolved and that we're smarter than the past generations. But when it comes down to nut cutting time, hell no, we're still the same panicky fucking creatures we've always been.
Yep.
Damn, actually, it just dawned on me when you asked the question about the 5 things you would go after most importantly, there's something that is commonly overlooked because everyone thinks hand sanitizer, and canned goods and everything like that. But medical supplies, that's something that is huge. Bandages, Band-Aids, ointment, stuff like that.
Isopropyl alcohol.
Those are things that could be very important.
Yeah.
Because if you're cooped up for a long time and you cut yourself, I mean, I guess never mind. Everyone's got 8 tons of toilet paper, so you can just wrap it up in that.
You got bandages.
Well, here's the thing that one of my favorite YouTubers said, Bo from the Fifth Column, which, by the way, Bo, if you ever listen to this, hit me up. We'll put you on the show. He said, if your first aid kit has more Band-Aids in it than anything else, it's not a first aid kit.
Yeah, right.
It's
you
a
have to
Band-Aid
have
kit.
those, but there's more components to a first aid kit.
Right. If it doesn't have a suture kit in it, it's not a first aid kit. It's an owie kit.
It's an owie kit. I like it. Yeah,
it's
true.
It's an owie kit.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that's why I stressed ointment, because that could be multiple different things, right?
Mhm.
Burn ointment,
Mhm.
the stuff you put over a cut. I can't think of something, but Neosporin or whatever. And then stuff like medical. Medical could be huge, especially if you're cooped up for a long period of time.
Yeah. Iodine, everybody, because you can clean a cut with it. Yep, iodine, because you can clean a cut with it, and you can purify water with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
It ain't gonna taste real good, but it'll be purified.
And here's the other thing that I think a lot of people need to actually look into, which is offline entertainment.
Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier. Like, wait, if we're cooped up and then the internet goes away, what are we gonna do? Like, talk to each other?
Yeah, we have board games and shit. We can play that.
I mean, to be honest, I think the internet's kind of a saving grace in times like these, because I don't necessarily think that it has to go away. There's not really a whole lot of human interaction that has to involve for a server farm to stay alive, because everything can be restarted, reprogrammed, and troubleshot remotely.
Right.
So I don't think, now you won't get new shit, but you will have what's there.
Right.
So, I mean, in the sense of times like this, that's why people are doing the work from home shit. And it's a good thing that people are using it. It's because you have the ability.
Yeah. Well, and the other part of it is like, here's a fun little thing that's going to happen. So everybody, if it does get to the point where everyone's going to be sent home to work from home or just be at home. A lot of these people are going to come back going, why the fuck do I have to come to this building in order to do my job? Can I just do my job from my house? I want to do a job from my house now.
It will be interesting to see if that actually plays out to have any influence. I don't know that it will, but I could see your point there. I can definitely see your point.
Heard a story about this. Yeah, I heard a story about this on NPR the other day. They were talking about this. If this is going to change the jobs economy, where more jobs from home are going to seem like a viable option, because a lot of other countries do it too, where a lot of their working infrastructure is a work from home kind of thing.
Yeah,
and we don't do that here for reasons, most of them stupid. But is this going to be the tipping point where a lot of companies go, wait, you mean we can still have employees and we can still pay them, but we don't have to have the overhead of having them in our buildings? Fucking sold. And those people are like, wait, I can get a paycheck and sit in my pajamas? Fucking sold.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest that if you're working at a call center, because that shit sucks. Because then you feel like you're in a fucking prison. But yeah, people working from home, it's been happening a lot recently, and it's going to happen a lot more now that everyone's being sent home.
Yep. Amazon's told all their people to work from home. Microsoft, Google. A whole bunch of other people. Google.
Yep. The bigs have done it, and even Boeing. Boeing's done it, but the problem is in order to work on a plane,
you got to be on
the plane to physically build a plane.
There are some jobs that it's impossible. Too. It is impossible. Yeah. There's no way.
Retail.
Right. There's no way you can work possibly from home. And in those times, garbage collectors, that's a big one right now. I've been seeing headlines about garbage men. And to be honest, people like that don't freak out, that still continue to do their job, and not airplane mechanics, because that, I guess it kind of makes the world go round, but not as essential as like a garbage man, right? Or there's the electricians that have to put the wires back up. It's stuff like that. Yeah, healthcare, doctors, nurses, things that make the world go round that are crucial. The fact that you guys keep doing what you're doing and don't freak out and just grind through it, that's huge. And that plays a really important part to keep the world, not just our country, but the world, a better and cleaner and safer place. So, like those guys, and they're exposing themselves to the elements every day of the fucking week. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. And so, that shit's huge. But see, that's where people come together. That's the cool thing. Like, humans can come together to do impressive shit. It's just unfortunate that crises have to kind of make it shine.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the sad state of the human race. So, ladies and gentlemen, takeaways from this episode need to be: wash your fucking hands. Don't freak out and buy an ass ton of shit. If you do freak out and buy an ass ton of shit, realize that you freaked out and share a little bit with your neighbors. And wash your fucking hands. Buy rubbers. Wash your fucking hands. Buy rubbers. And if we all get 2 free paid weeks off, enjoy the rest, because it's going to be hell when you get back.
Yeah.
So real quick, though, before we get to wrap-up time, let's make it real quick, right? So, in your personal opinion, no jokes aside, or all jokes aside, how serious do you think this is? And to wrap it up for fun's sake, what's your opinion? How do you think it started?
Okay, I'll start. I don't think we're looking at Spanish flu, Black Plague levels, but I do think we're looking at, SARS and fucking, what was the shit that was going around all the time? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm a little bit tired. Is that the coronavirus?
We said all jokes aside for right now.
That's not good. That's funny.
But I do think we need to actually take it somewhat seriously, because it's not the coronavirus that's going to kill you. Usually, it's your immune system being compromised afterwards.
Secondary infection.
Right. Yep. So yes, it is a big deal, and we do need to take it seriously. And it's just a stronger flu. No, it's not. Because what happens is once you deal with this, it breaks down your immune system, and then if you catch anything else, it's going to be hell. So I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's world ending, but I do think people need to stop acting like it's not. But I'm calm. I'm kind of calm at the moment with it. But as to what I think started this, I think what happened is that we live in a society, and this is getting really weird. We live in a society that kind of doesn't believe in any health measures
Mm.
and thinks that they are, you know, luxuries and not necessities. And when people get sick, we kind of just don't go to the doctor because it's not that big of a deal. And here we are having a worldwide fucking infection. And it's kind of making that whole, like, maybe everybody should be able to go to the doctor's argument a little bit nicer.
Yep. I agree.
Okay. I agree mostly with you. I think that to a certain extent, for a long time, people were not taking this seriously enough, and now they are taking it far too seriously. There's a fine line there that has been hit, and people aren't sure which side of that line they should be on. My advice to that is this. Do not pay attention to your normal media outlets. Focus on the scientifically minded outlets. Those are the ones that are going to give you the most factual data. Check the CDC website. Check the World Health Organization website. If you don't trust those, call your personal physician that you do trust, that you've been going to for years. Call them and ask them, hey, what do I need to be concerned about? Should I be concerned about symptom X, Y, and Z? No? Okay, cool. Don't overload the hospitals with ER patients who are in there for the sniffles. You know, understand that there are people working in healthcare institutions who need to be there to treat the people who actually have the disease and can't help you out with your tiny little cough.
Yeah.
Okay. Be kind to one another while we're all going through this. Will Wheaton's first rule of the internet now applies to the entire world. Don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Look out for your fellow man right now.
True that.
And try to quell everyone's fears. If you have information and someone doesn't have the same information, share it with them.
Rule 303. If you have the means to help, and you need to help.
Exactly.
Don't have the means to help, find a way to help.
Exactly.
Yep.
And as for how I think this started, I think I'm not going to necessarily blame the Chinese government because let's just face facts. This started in China. Okay. This isn't, anything like that. I'm not going to necessarily blame the Chinese government. However, comparatively to a lot of other places in the world, those people lived in a very packed, cramped environment, which has a tendency to be a breeding ground for diseases and various mutations of said diseases. Is it possible that that's the case here, that we had a run-of-the-mill viral strain that mutated from being in a packed, dense population that made it that much stronger? Absolutely, that's 100% possible. The other thing that I would say is, and I'm going to put a link to it in the show notes and in the description on the YouTube for this video, for those of you that are running gaming PCs with mid to high range graphics cards, you can help fight coronavirus. Cool I'm glad you know about this. I forget what the name of it is right now, but I will include it in the show notes. There is a very small program that you can download. And when you're not on your computer, you can turn it on and it will allow, basically like Bitcoin mining used to be, it will run in the background and will use your graphics card's processing power to help the CDC, help the WHO run viral simulations to try and find antivirals. So I will put the link for that in the show notes, in the description. So when you get up in the morning, turn your computer on, turn this program on, go to work, and it will help.
Wait, are you telling me that there's a virus program out there that actually kills viruses?
Yes.
You gotta give me that link as soon as we're done. I need to
It's not about killing the viruses, it's helping them to use complex data to start using to create the formulas and give them the processing power to do their simulations faster. And gives them more cores and gives them, and everything like that. And
is it McAfee?
No. It's been around forever. It's actually been around for quite a long time.
It's been around for a long time. It's just now gaining a lot of press because of this. And they've used it for other things before. It was used with swine flu, it was used with SARS and all that. But, with the advent of the whole Bitcoin mining era, people are realizing that you can do that. And now it's kind of become a more mainstream knowledge that this has the ability to help. So, again, if you have a system that has a discrete graphics card, you can help find an antiviral for this disease. Put your computer to work.
Yeah,
I will put the link in the description.
Yeah, it's going to be called the Folding at Home application.
That's what it is.
And it's just an application, and it will use your GPU very much to where you can't game. So if you want to game, you can just turn it off and then do your thing, and then you can turn it back on, or whatever it is to it. I've seen people comment on that with, are they going to pay my electricity bill? Listen, if that's your worry, then I guess don't do it.
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus
Honestly,
Christ,
God, you're not burning that much power by running this tiny little program in the background.
It's not going to raise your electricity bill that much.
No.
And hell, I mean, I wouldn't even say do it 24 hours a day. I mean, just do it for a few hours. You know, whatever you can.
Yeah,
do.
like I said, turn your rig on before you go to work. Turn this program on. Let it run for the 8 hours while you're at work, and then come home and do what you would normally do.
Yeah, I actually started it last night. I turned it on when I came home last night because I saw it just yesterday, and no, it's cool. And if it helps, there's no real way to know if you actually are helping. That's kind of a side effect. I guess, but
it's better than not doing anything.
Yeah, and I just feel like I'm being a good person by doing it. So I'm gonna do it. Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up because I totally forgot about that. But that's a good point.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of glad you brought that up too because there's another point I want to make, which is if you're a content creator of any sort, don't stop making content. If you do it at home. If you have to go outside, maybe switch up your format. But if you're doing it from your home, don't stop making content because what people need right now more than anything is a distraction.
Yes.
If you were a streamer, I don't care if you stream to 7,000 viewers at a time or 7 viewers at a time. Keep streaming. It's nice to have normalcy, even if the world's going crazy. And sometimes it's a good way to also get information out quickly. So
what John and I are really saying is, Matt Mercer, don't stop streaming on Thursday nights.
Well, if you are going to stop, if you are not going to do the full meetup on Critical Role, you can use Discord to call in and roll dice. I think that would work perfectly fine. I'm just saying.
But that's really what
cool.
John and I were just thinking now. Like, please don't stop Crit Roll. We need that while we're all stuck in our houses.
Chris
please,
needs it.
I need
Dude,
it. I've been binging this shit. Well, you know what? If we got 2 weeks off, I get a lot closer to getting caught up.
The fact
Okay,
that you can be 80 episodes behind, my God.
Oh, dude, we're in episode 98 of the second season.
And I just started the first season last week, so
I love it. Yeah, so just on my end, I agree with everything y'all said, to be honest. There's an awareness factor for this. It's just being aware. And don't if CNN says it, for fuck's sakes, it's
or Fox News,
Fox News, any of them. There's CNN being the flag, Fox News, any of the TV news outlets. If you see it there, that doesn't necessarily means it's true. It's a headline. The headline doesn't describe the full story. But it's nothing. So the coronavirus, sure, maybe you won't die from it, but it's still a big deal because it spreads like wildfire and it causes absolute distress amongst a large population. So, yes, take it seriously and follow the protocol. Your incubation time and your quarantine times, just do it. And just be aware, follow where it is around you, and take the proper precautions. Be clean, hygiene, and everything like that, and you'll be fine. And just prepare your household for the worst, that you have to stay in it for an extended period of time. Where do I think it came from? Man, it's really hard. Could this have been a mutated strain? I think is probably the most realistic. Like it's like the flu met someone and he also caught like another virus and then it just mutated into this thing that spread like wildfire. Could it have been? But there was a scientist in China that tried to warn the world about it and he got muted. Now that is a true fact.
Right.
And we don't know much. They don't know much more than that, though. If you go much past that, you start getting into the conspiracy and rumor part. But what does he know? Well, I think he actually ended up dying, didn't he? Or is he? Yeah, he's dead. He did. So there's a lot of. Was it started in a petri dish? I don't know. Like, because he knew something, and it's weird. So where it came from, I want to know the answer. I do. I truly want to know.
I do too.
Now, I also want to say, coming from bats, snakes, and pangolins, no way. I've ruled those out. There's no way. But I don't know. I really don't know where it came from, but I truly want to know, and I'm not sure we ever will. I don't think we'll ever release it.
You're probably right about that.
I don't think they'll ever release it.
You're probably absolutely right about that.
I don't think we'll ever.
So basically, you're saying you wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be engineered, but you're not holding your breath on that one either.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long throw to say it's engineered. I mean, it's really easy just to accusate that. I mean, but don't be completely ignorant. Every country in modern science is experimenting with chemical warfare and bioengineering of substances. We all know that. If you don't think we're doing that, then you need to fucking crawl out of the rock you've been hiding under, because we are doing that. And so that's where, if you think about it like that, yeah, I mean, maybe it was engineered and maybe something got out. I don't know. I don't want to put it that way. I think maybe some guy got sick, or a village maybe ran across a plant or, a substance that had never been really encountered before and caused issues, with a sick, there's a lot of ways where it could have been mutated, is what I'm saying. And so, and I think that's possibly more realistic.
Yeah, it was more realistic here is that somebody was already sick, got flu or something like that, and it merged together.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it absolutely,
simple mutation.
Yeah, it absolutely grew in a way that is natural, but not just in a good natural way. So
yeah.
Right. So it's hard to say, but yeah, that's my scoop on it. Realistic, no jokes. That's my shit. But yeah, people stop freaking out, please. Just be good.
Yeah,
just be good people.
Again, not trying to extend this episode any further, but again, if you have the means to help someone out, help them out.
Exactly.
Don't be a panicky creature. The world's already crazy enough without you losing your fucking mind. We need to just come to terms with it and grow from it.
And if you've got 2 weeks to burn because you're sick or we get under a government quarantine, a great way to spend that 2 weeks is catching up on this podcast.
I knew he was going to do it.
Come on, is it a terrible idea? I don't think so. Hey, it'll lighten your mood and you'll forget about all the shit going on in your lives because you'll be listening to shit going on in our lives.
We have some of the most diverse episodes of any podcast you will ever listen to.
We do. I mean, you'll even learn about the Wizard of Oz porn.
It's true.
I'm just saying, last week we released a fucking episode that
talked about the Wizard of Oz porn, and today we're recording an episode about coronavirus. So you see, we just run the gambit here.
And we stay on top of shit, because this episode is going to come to you pretty quick, and at the time, it's not delayed. So that we stay on top of the important topics.
Right.
That's what we're here for at the Anarchy News Network. So for the first iteration of the Anarchy News Network, I have been one of your hosts, the Metal Barrett.
I am the Extreme Master.
And I've been a potted plant named John the Joker.
You're a potted plant now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Well, we're going to go water our potted plant, and we will see you next week. Well, that was a little bit of a change of pace, wasn't it? What did you guys think of that new format, the Anarchy News Network? Leave us a comment or a tweet or something like that, and let us know what you thought of this new format. Again, the notes on the two programs, which is Fold It and the Bionic Baker Lab, are going to be in the description and the show notes below, so you can download those for yourself and help fight coronavirus in your own way. Everybody has something to do. Remember the ways that we talked about in this episode that you can help stop the mass hysteria, help your fellow neighbor, and generally just have good hygiene and keep it safe. We'll be back to our regular shenanigans next week with a very interesting guest that I'm very much looking forward to everybody hearing. So, with that being said, we will see you next time on the Anarchy Arena Podcast.